Hello everyone, in this video we'll be talking about internships and why do MLS do internship and SLT do not do internship. There could be several reasons why the SLT do not do internship, but before we get down to this, to what we're talking about, I hardly request for this, but I please request for you to please subscribe to the channel and put a thumbs up for this video so it can be spread out and you can recommend it to other people who find it informative. Before we dive deep down into what we'll talk about, let me explain what internships are. What internship is. In the context of higher education and career preparation, an internship is a temporary work experience that provides students with the opportunity to gain practical and hands-on experience in their field of study. Just like what CWES is designed to do, to give you industrial experience, industrial experience in your field of study. But internship can be paid depending on, mostly in Nigeria, most interns are actually not paid, especially if you are doing CWES. You may not be paid for it, and it can range from 4 months to 1 year depending on the course you're doing. Internships provide students with the opportunity to apply this knowledge and skills that you've learned in class and you learn in the laboratory in the real world. It also allows you to develop new skills, network with professionals in your field of study, and gain more insights about your industry, understand your industry very well. Then internships can also, especially for SLT students, can also help you choose your specialization, choose your career path, and build your resume as you grow along. That is what internships are. Now, why do MLS do internships and SLT don't do internships? I'm going to list out some reasons, but they are not the ultimate reasons. So I will list out about 3 reasons why I think MLS do internship and SLT do not do internship. One possible reason why is that the MLS program is typically more specialized and focused on the medical laboratory science, meaning that they are pertaining to healthcare and they are supposed to handle human services, human specimen. Therefore, they may require special and more engagement, during internships as part of their training, so they can gain hands-on experiment in the laboratory. Now, I know you will come at me and say, yes, don't we too handle human specimens? Yes, but if you agree with me, in the SLT, you have started doing your practicals, your laboratory work from year 1 till year 4 or year 5, depending on what you study. And we are also given the opportunity as SLT students to go for CWES. For those in protein, you go for 4 months and 1 year, that is 1 month and 4 years. Then for those in university, you go for 6 months industrial training. That is also a form of internships. Now, number 2, the SLT program covers a broader range of topics and laboratory techniques that are applicable to various fields, unlike MLS that is specific to medical fields. Now, this is another reason why I think the SLT don't do internships and the MLS do internships in Nigeria. I think in other countries, everybody do internships. It's something that you need to build your experience and build your resume. Therefore, I think it's less common for SLT to go for internships because the course has more flexibility in choosing different career paths after graduation, especially for those in the polytechnic. Then in the university, they have different specialization. Yes, for those in the polytechnic, you can choose to go for different after ND. You choose to go for different specialization after your graduation. Then for SLT, you can choose to go into different field and you can work in vast areas of industry, not just medical industry, unlike how the MLS students can only work in the medical settings. Now, thirdly, another reason could be that the available of internship in respective fields, the availability of internships in respective fields in Nigeria, hospitals are more likely to take MLS students and SLT students for internships. And I also think it's a prerequisite, and depending on our educational policy in Nigeria, it's a prerequisite for those in MLS to do 1 year internship, just like how doctors do their housemanship. Regardless, the SLT is still a professional course, and in our time in school, we definitely we are basically in a lab from year 1 till the end of our time. I think that is enough hands-on experience, and the experience we gain while we are in field during the 6 months or 1 year IT that we are allowed to do. Lastly, educational policies and guidelines do not really allow the SLT students to do internships. Yes, it's not needed. Let me not say allow. It's not needed for SLT to do internships do that 1 year internships that MLS students do. That doesn't mean that the MLS is better, but the truth is that medical laboratory scientists are in higher demands than science and technologists, depending on your field of study. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, there is so much flexibility. You can do so much depending on your field of study. You can do so much in SLT, but the MLS is just strictly for medical. Overall, there could be several reasons why the MLS do internships and why the LSC do not do internships in some settings. If you have more reasons why you think they don't do internships and we don't do internships and they do internships, I'm an SLT student, don't mind me, I keep saying we, yes. We don't do internships and they do internships, you can put them in the comments and it will be highly welcome. Please do not feel bad because you don't do internships. Internships it's not a prerequisite to success. It is depending on your personality and how well you know your study. Now let me end with this. Somebody said one thing. You can defend your course, but can your course defend you? Yes. So I think you should end that. Thank you. I will see you in the next video.